I'm often, I must know, then I hear from people about my enthusiasm and how do I live with such a serious diagnosis. And it was around this time 3 years ago that I figured out genetically, biologically, what EDS was going to mean. And I figured it out because it was in my genetics lab at 8 o'clock in the morning. And for some reason it all just came together. And I had a breakdown. I had been holding it together. And this woman comes in the classroom. She just popped in. And she's wearing a witch's costume because it's Halloween 2007. And she's wearing a hat and a wig, bright orange. And she's got this little, like, pillow thing, and it's got a witch's hat on it. And it's musical, it's dancing, and she's standing there, and she's just dressed head to toe like a witch, and she just stands there still as can be and lets this little thing in her hands dance. And then she said a very quiet, happy Halloween. And with the same smile, shuffled off. And that was the point at which I understood that even though she had cancer, there was plenty to enjoy and be thankful for. And there was plenty of happiness and hope to be spread around. And there wasn't much time to do it. So I broke down right after that. And again, I didn't know who she was. It turned out she was the head of the department. Her name was Sue. And she said, "What's the matter? Why are you crying?" And I said, "I just figured out what this is gonna mean." And she said, "Well, we all get hit with something eventually." Just as simply as ever. And at that moment, what would have been a lifetime of fear for me, I think, but she just, with what she knew, cut it off at the pass and changed my attitude. And she'd write emails. I'd write emails to her, long letters, to try to give her something to read when she got sick. Excuse me. That was a good one. I'd give her letters to read. And so she'd write back a line or 3 or 4. Some of the things she would say. I'm really still enjoying life despite impending doom. She was very monotone, and you could tell that she had the fire of nations, and she moved very little. But her words, and you could tell in the look in her eyes, moved. And she would say things very matter-of-factly. One frustration that we share is that health practitioners actually know and can do very little except in specific areas. Remember, put on a happy face and enjoy life. Otherwise the terrorists will have won. Is there no end to your enthusiasm, creativity, and energy? You're right about our science department. There is tremendous humanity. They are keeping me feeling positive. Great to hear about your very active brain activity. It's great that you are constantly on the search for knowledge. Your beautiful exoskeletons are amazing, brilliant, and beautiful. Made a project. I know Luda and Nancy would agree that having an opportunity to encourage students with great potential such as you is the greatest reward of teaching. I know you will succeed in your quest. And the hardest part about Sue having gone wherever we all go is that she's not really gone. She's just not here. And if you would know where my strength comes from, and why I cling so strongly to the science that everybody renounces me for finding, it's because a teacher whose student I was never academically taught me everything I ever need to know in just a few short sentences. And I could never, in good faith, enter into med school now because I see that it's not where I can make the biggest difference, and it looks like I'm going to have to consider medical writing or teaching. And that's what she had suggested, and for some reason, the second she's gone, and it's not because I'm vulnerable, because we're both level-headed and scientific people, but now that she's gone, for some reason, I understand that she's right. So, I just wanted you all to know where I get that positivity from. Because you made, you you may as well see it somewhere. And I hope that wherever you are, you find the influence that makes you change your mind about what you can do and what you can't do, and what the word disability really means and what it doesn't mean. And that whatever you go through, it gets better. I am really still enjoying life despite impending doom. Exclamation point. Now, how could I possibly ever feel hopeless with that? Be well.